Dear viewers, if a check engine light appeared on your dashboard before visiting a mechanic, we would highly recommend to check the 7 things we're going to show you in this video. All of these checks are simple and pretty quick to do. Even if you have little or no car knowledge, you can easily do this. In return, it may save you time, money, and perhaps from an unnecessary trip to the repair shop. So stay tuned. To spare repair. Check the gas cap. A loose, damaged, or missing gas cap can trigger the warning light because it allows fuel vapors to escape from the evap system. First, make sure that the gas cap is properly tightened. Most caps will click several times when they are fully secured. If the rubber seal on the cap is cracked or damaged, replacing the gas cap is the best thing to do. The gas cap is usually inexpensive and often solves the issue. Keep in mind that even after tightening or replacing the cap, the check engine light may stay on for several driving cycles before it resets automatically. Check the battery and alternator voltage. Modern vehicles rely heavily on electronics. Even a slightly weak battery or alternator can cause all kinds of strange symptoms. You might experience slow cranking, warning lights appearing randomly, transmission issues, rough idling, or freak electric or electronic problems. To make this check, use a multimeter. Regarding the battery, a good fully charged battery should read around 12.6 volts. Anything close to 12 volts or below this usually means that the battery needs charging or may be nearing the end of its life. Regarding the alternator, measure the value while the engine is running. The charging voltage should typically be between 13.8 at minimum and 14.7 volts at maximum, depending on the vehicle. Check the engine oil level. A low engine oil level is something you never want to ignore. Not only can this trigger warning lights, but it can also cause engine noise, poor performance, overheating, and severe engine damage if the car is driven this way for too long. So park the vehicle on a level ground and allow the engine to sit for several minutes after driving. Pull out the dipstick, wipe it clean, insert it fully, and then remove it again to read the oil level. The oil should be between the minimum and maximum marks. While you're checking the level, also pay attention to the oil's condition. If it looks extremely dirty, smells burnt, or appears milky, there could be other problems with the engine that require further inspection. If the oil level is simply low, topping it off with the correct oil may prevent much more serious damage and will also remove the warning light. Check the coolant level. Another problem that will cause not only a check engine light but also an overheating warning light is a low coolant level. If the coolant level becomes too low, your engine can overheat very quickly, leading to extremely expensive repairs. Before making the check, make sure that the engine and coolant is completely cold. Never remove the radiator cap while the engine is hot because the cooling system is under pressure and serious burns can occur. Make sure the fluid level is between the minimum and maximum marks. If it's consistently low, inspect for visible coolant leaks around hoses, the radiator, or underneath the vehicle. A low coolant level is easy to spot, and if you notice it on time, you can prevent catastrophic engine damage. Check for loose electrical connectors or broken wires. Many modern vehicles depend on dozens of sensors communicating with the engine computer. A loose electrical connector or broken wires can cause a wide variety of problems including rough idling, poor acceleration, no start conditions, warning lights, and intermittent faults. With the engine turned off, visually inspect connectors and wiring around components such as the battery, ignition coils, mass airflow sensor, throttle body, camshaft sensor, crankshaft sensor, and any other easily accessible sensors. Look for connectors that have become unplugged, broken locking tabs, corrosion, or damaged wiring. Sometimes simply reconnecting a loose connector or a broken wire completely solves the problem. This problem is especially common after recent maintenance or engine repairs. Inspect visible air and vacuum hoses. Vacuum and air leaks are another surprisingly common cause of engine problems. A cracked or disconnected vacuum or air hose allows extra air into the engine, upsetting the air-fuel mixture. Symptoms of this problem often include rough idle, hesitation during acceleration, high idle speed, poor fuel economy, and the check engine light. Open the hood and inspect any visible rubber vacuum hoses. Look for hoses that are split, collapsed, disconnected, or brittle from age. Pay particular attention to elbows and bends where cracks often develop. Replacing a damaged vacuum or air hose is usually inexpensive and can instantly restore normal engine performance. Scan for diagnostic trouble codes, also known as DTC codes. Finally, before taking your vehicle to the repair shop, scan it for diagnostic trouble codes. An inexpensive OBD2 scanner can quickly reveal which system is reporting a fault. Keep in mind that a trouble code doesn't necessarily identify the failed part. Instead, it points you toward the affected system. For example, an oxygen sensor code doesn't always mean the oxygen sensor itself has failed. The real cause could be a vacuum leak, a wiring problem, an exhaust leak, or another issue affecting the sensor's readings. Reading the codes before visiting a mechanic also helps you better understand what may be wrong and allows you to have a more informed conversation about the repair. Even if you don't plan on fixing the problem yourself, having this information is extremely valuable. So, to conclude, these 7 quick checks won't solve every automotive problem, but they can eliminate many common issues that are easy to overlook. Once more, some of these checks take only a few minutes, but they could save you hundreds of dollars or euros and help you avoid replacing parts that aren't actually broken. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like and consider subscribing to the channel to get more practical automotive advice that may help you diagnose and solve car problems before spending money on repairs. Thanks for watching and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.